really thought that was going to be like.
You're all right for that.
Jean, the chapter president, for working with us to make sure that she had time for us to be here. And I want to explain, as I've already explained, reiterate once more that we are not in the national chapter office. This is not the national, it's a chapter office, like all the other chapters. So we aren't here to get answers. We're here to present. And then what goes through here will go to where it belongs in New York, notably Stephen Reingold, and he can work out to where it goes from there. Those of you that have MS can also then go through your chapter office, but right now I just want to say it's nice that we're here coming through the front door, because if you just step back and did that, that's the story. It's the patients simply saying what needs to be. One of the goals that will be reiterated at the end is that the MS Society, they have the ear of all the patients. The patients have stories to tell about this, that they're using their most valuable resource, they're leaving it untapped, not asking, what do you, the patients, know? Now, if there's any MS patient that would like to just say something, perhaps there's no order. If you would please identify yourself and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Lisa Rasmussen. I'm from Southern California. I have multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed 7 years ago. Before I pass this along, and I will, what I'm going to say is, I felt MS when I was in my 20s, and the doctors told me that it was all in my head. The vomiting, the fever, the leg pain, it was all in my head. There was nothing wrong with me. Well, they were wrong. And this is what I see happening here. This doctor is saying, you know, it's not working. Well, you know what? He's wrong. It is working. And we need help. We need help. Oh.
Hello, my name is Renee Wolf. I've had multiple sclerosis for 25 years. I am the first MS patient in the state of Michigan ever tested with government-issued marijuana. Cannabidiol is exclusively what I've used since 1985. The only place in the world that cannabidiol is found is in the cannabis plant. The only way to chemically release it from the cannabis plant is to heat the plant material. And the most efficient, effective means of administration happens to be through inhalation. It ain't my fault, it's just the facts. And I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and I have less and less and less all the time. I have to go to court on the 16th of October and be sentenced for possession, because the police came into my home to see my dog, who had been left outside for too long, and they wanted in, and they wanted to know where my stash was, and I told them, and everything worked out, and it's all good, and God has blessed me with the help and the stamina and the ability to do this, and I'm at a loss. I don't know who else to talk to.
Baloney.
Cannabidiol is what I need. It's what I use and have used exclusively since '85. And I have no choice. I feel like a hostage. But, hey, it's illegal, so hey, go figure. And we can't continue with this way. It's too hard. I mean, I've got 4 healthy children, and 2 of them were just taken by the state because they want me to shh. Well, I can't shh until it's been said and done. And thank you so much for listening to me and my BS. And thank God.
My name is Jay Howell. I'm 54 years old. I've had multiple sclerosis for 15 years. My multiple sclerosis started as secondary progressive from day one. My legs went numb from basically the breastbone down. They're a little better now. They're not as numb, but I still walk. I still drive. And after 15 years, my neurologist is saying to me, Jay, what are you doing? He says, my patients are in walkers, wheelchairs, or in bed with progressive after 15 years. He says, you're actually better. He says, what are you doing? And I've shared with him that medical marijuana is a tremendous benefit for multiple sclerosis patients. The spasticity of controlling that, just so that you can lay down and actually rest to make your system relax.
My name is Damon Josephi. I'm married to Janelle Bloom. We came from Oregon. Janelle has a statement, and it's going to be easier for me to read it than for her, so I'm just going to read that. Hello, my name is Janelle Bloom. I have MS, and I smoke marijuana. I was diagnosed in 1985 with remitting relapsing MS, and today I have second stage progressive MS. I was the first person in Oregon to be issued a legal medical marijuana permit by the state, which allows me to possess and grow 7 marijuana plants for medical use. Before I was issued my medical marijuana permit, I had to go into the streets and illegally buy medicine from unsavory, dangerous underground dealers, which cost $400 an ounce. The same marijuana to grow, which we can do legally, costs us $50. And by growing it myself, I can be sure of the highest quality. She says, actually, I can't grow, so I do the growing for her. You're probably wondering if marijuana has any real effects on her MS. Yes, it does. You're also thinking there must be conventional drugs that work. There are, but unfortunately, there are a lot of unwanted, unpleasant side effects that make me feel worse than the MS. The most common drug prescribed as a substitute for cannabis is Marinol, which I've tried and found had no effect on my symptoms. I have leg spasms and I use cannabis, and within 10 minutes those muscle spasms are relaxed and back to some normal level of spasticity, whatever that means. Besides the muscle relaxing, cannabis helps my whole body relax. I just don't get the same results from prescribed drugs my doctor gives me. This story is not unique to me. I know many people that are using the medical marijuana, and they too feel so much better using cannabis instead of the more traditional drugs. You know, the proof is in the pudding. Please help get medical marijuana legal for sick people so that it help get marijuana rescheduled so that the country can do research into the medicinal benefits of this wonderful plant and catch up with the rest of the world. This is an issue of choice for sick and disabled people, and people should have the right to choose, with the help of their doctors, which medicines help them. If marijuana helps, they need to have safe, legal access to it. We need to stop making this a legal issue. Disabled people just want to feel better and don't want to be criminals. Thank you for your time and consideration.
My name is Mary Van Mathry. I'm not a patient. I'm a registered nurse. I'm president and co-founder of Patients Out of Time. We're a nonprofit organization basically dedicated to educating healthcare professionals and the public about the therapeutic use of cannabis. The issues of what marijuana can do and the legal prohibition, obviously to the patients, makes no sense. I do want to let you know, and hopefully take it to the rest of the MS Society, that there are many, many healthcare organizations that are stepping forward, up to the plate, recognizing it. Just this summer, the American Nurses Association passed a resolution supporting access for patients, really saying don't arrest them, don't arrest caregivers for talking about it. Please do more research, educate the nurses. But that was a big step. We've got many other organizations. We would love to see the Multiple Sclerosis Society to support them.
Thank you very much, and good luck to all of you. And you came a long way, and I know you're going to be at a very special thing tonight for Jim.
Thank you.
Yes,
Take care.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully.
Thank you very much. Thank you.